This is Eritrean Society, Inspire and Motivate. Today's guest is
Bilen Zeremariam.
Okay, so we would like to know who you was before you became Queen of Hearts.
So my journey is very interesting. I am an interior designer by trade. I have been for the last maybe 11 years, 12 years now. So the introduction to before I was Queen of Hearts is definitely from an interior architectural point of view. This is what I studied, and that is still currently actually my career path. And Queen of Hearts is now in addition to interior design.
Okay. How long did it take you to study? What was the steps for you to take in order to?
So my course was 4 years in total. It was a sandwich course. I had work experience. It was interior design and architecture, which was super long, but very well worth it because you're really taught the foundations of design and the theory side of it. A lot of people associate interior design with painting walls and cushions, but this is very much very, very different to what you actually study at university. And I think it's a great first foundation because that really brought the knowledge later down the years when I need to think back to the theory of design. It's been good. It's been very good to have that as a start.
What motivated you to do that? What made you choose to do that at an early stage of life? You decided to do interior design. What made you feel like to do that?
Again, it was an interesting journey. I've always been a creative ever since I was a very, very small child. The gift I always used to ask for on my birthdays were colouring pencils and colouring books. I was a very, very cheap child, very economical for my parents. I was never into dollies or Barbies or any of that. It was always wanting to draw, to colour. I was a colour enthusiast, obsessed with colour. And drawing and learning the art of how to paint and things like that. That was something that I really enjoyed from a young age. So I have to say that is where it started. It started with the element of art. And I think for any designer, you start as an artist. So
growing up and telling yourself you're a creative and that's your vision. Were there barriers? Were there family barriers that said to you, "Oh, you should become a doctor, you should become a lawyer, you should become X, Y, Z"? Did you feel like, no, this is my passion, and you did you follow that through? Was there barriers?
That is a very good question, and that's a question that I get asked a lot, and it's an issue that I think a lot of people from our culture face, and I was very lucky because I didn't face that. And I honestly believe because I was encouraged from such a young age to go off and to study art and design and to study interior design, I think that's the reason why I've been able to just grow into me, myself as an artist. So I think for all the families out there that have a young child and who is showing signs of some type of artistic ability, whether it's performing arts or whether it's painting or drawing, encourage them. Very, very important because the nurture of any child really starts at that young age. And if you're encouraging your child to do that from a young age, you will see the fruits of your labour when they're much older.
So what is it like your work-life balance? Being a creative, having a family, having your own time, children. How do you deal with that work-life balance? It's
tough. It's very tough. And this is another conversation I have with a lot of my female friends and a lot of other women in business and people that are working hard and maybe doing a side hustle or trying to start a side business or have a day job. Work-life balance is extremely difficult, but I think the drive and if you have passion for what you're doing, that is the main ingredient. That's exactly. You have to motivate yourself. No one is going to do it for you. No, not your husband, not your wife, your sister, your brother, your mum, your dad. You have to 100% motivate yourself. It's all down to you. It's your responsibility. You're in charge of your own success. So I think knowing that has been the reason why it's pushed me to maintain a work-life balance as much as possible. So designated time, I've got a little boy, he's about to turn 4, he's the light of my life, I have a husband, so it's a lot to juggle, but it's possible, you can do it. There's many hours in the week, so you can do it.
Yo, I don't need a coach. I don't need advice.
Okay, all right, good talk, coach. Thanks.